We now enter the realm of Behind the Mic.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, this is, of course, Behind the Mic, the short segment where we discuss what we did today on the radio. Behind the Mic. I am your student host, Andrew Coates. And for today, Behind the Mic, I discuss the holiday of Juneteenth, which is celebrated on June 19th as the longest celebration of the official ending of slavery, which was, this holiday was 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. So we're finally going to give you the answer to that. I know we've referenced that a lot on the show, both shows, Behind the Mic and the radio, where we talk about how the Emancipation Proclamation wasn't exactly what freed the slaves. It happened much later, and it was partly because of this that freed the slaves. And yes, it's a nice thing, and I feel like
prisoners of war,
yes.
not slaves.
Prisoners of war. Okay, we call them that. So like, where's the Black Rambo then? He's like slavery. He's like Black Rambo.
Chef! You're damn right. Okay, I'm sorry. The level of seriousness has to remain consistent. Sometimes, not all the time. All right. Today I spoke about the three mortars, the three men who were murdered as they were for the Freedom Ride. What is the 49th anniversary? I said.
I think you said
yeah, and basically, as we were discussing what we were going to discuss today, we have Juneteenth. We have the 49th anniversary of the Civil Rights Freedom Ride. We have today a march that's going to occur starting at 12 o'clock for reparations. Everyone, please contact your Congress representative and ask them to support H.R. 40. H.R. 40. And it doesn't matter whether you come to the march or not. What does matter is that you call your congressional representative and have them to support H.R. 40. Thanks to Lawrence Ham, president of the People's Organization of Progress, we have been duly informed, and we now inform you. Okay?
Well, just to be sure, would you say senators or representatives or both?
Well, both.
Okay, both.
But I know it's on the one of your favorites, John Conyers, is the originator of the bill. Okay? And we need Congress to push it.
Okay. So yes, go ahead and support that bill, please. It would definitely help things out, especially under the conditions which we all know that we're forced to be under. So go ahead and go for that.
The United States of Amnesia. I love that phrase. You know,
and history is American history.
Yeah, well, today on the air, I basically spoke about how the true history of this country is not in the history books anywhere in public education in the United States. So realistically, it's going to take the people to make a change. All right. And, let's make it happen.
Certainly.
Did you have a great time today?
Of course.
What you think about the music in today's show?
I like the music, very upbeat as usual. I almost never have a problem with the music. I'm fine with it.
Oh, okay. Do you notice how I be into it?
Yeah, of course. That's what makes it fun.
I was serious this morning. I was like, don't be trying to mess with me. I'm on my groove. Don't disturb this groove. Okay, sorry. I just had a moment again. I went out. What did you learn today?
Well, I learned a lot about Juneteenth doing that research. I have heard of it. I've heard the word, but I never really knew what it was until I looked it up.
Yeah, we have the 4th of July coming up.
Oh, yeah, 4th of July.
And
show for that.
Yeah, well, the reason why I mentioned that is because I saw something someplace that said that African Americans should not be celebrating the 4th of July. Independence for who? Not you. Yeah, you.
Very simple concept. I'm aware of this too. I'm willing to tell the audience real quick. Of course, as we all know, the July 4th celebrates when the Declaration of Independence was signed by the founding fathers and the framers of the Constitution back in July 4th of 1776. However, of course, as we all know at the time, while the Declaration stated that they were free, the founding fathers and all the white people, the African Americans, were never free under the Constitution and Declaration until, of course, 2 centuries later, like a century later, it was officially the Emancipation Proclamation and all that. And even then, of course, it took 2 years for it to come into full effect. And even now, we're still fighting for some same basic rights, which still aren't guaranteed to us. So no, we've never been fully free under that Constitution, and this is something that, I mean, I'll still celebrate it personally, but
that's because you're captured in the Matrix, man. You gotta get unhooked.
Speaking of,
are you captured in the Matrix?
Real quick, let me see when is the 4th of July, because that is true.
It's on a Tuesday. Yeah, it's true that you're captured in the Matrix.
Okay.
Yes, it's true that you're captured in the Matrix. You agree?
So next week is going to be July 1st then. That's when the next show is, July 1st. Okay, cool. Remember that, July 1st. So I'm telling you right now, so you have no excuse not to tune in. July 1st, 9:30 to 10. You can take 30 minutes out of your time.
You're going to have something special for him.
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay.
I may as well fancy things up. I mean, 4th of July.
Okay.
At the very least, if not for the whole emancipation thing, at least for American history, because again, I won't lie, I love the country. I just don't like the way that it's run, and I just don't like the things that are happening. But I love all the ideals that it was founded on: freedom of speech, and all that stuff. We just need it to be true.
Thank you.
We just need it to be true. I love all the ideals that we used to have. I love all the rights that we used to have. I love all the freedoms that we used to have.
That we used to have?
Oh, yeah. Or the freedoms that we pretended to have but never really did.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Stuff like that. And I just want it to be true.
Okay.
Yeah, dreams. Well, anyway, I believe that about wraps it up for Behind the Mic.
I had fun.
So did I.
Okay.
So, of course, we'll be putting this up on the tube here. The tube. I'm going to call it the tube. Please like, follow, and subscribe. All the other stuff we found on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll be putting this up on YouTube. Please follow the show every single Saturday, 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Channel 89.5 FM, Quest Community Vibrations. Follow us on the website, Questyouthradio. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching Behind the Mic.
Mike.